Hey guys, welcome. Always think up, you know what we do. So I'm sitting in the sand with my feet and I'm talking to you. I love you guys. I love you. I just tried to come on at 11:11 and give you guys some love. I was sitting outside and I was soaking in the love from the outside, crickets and all that stuff was happening. And I tried to give it to you, but my phone died. So I was like, forget it. They know I give love at 11:11 and 12:12. They're good. Jess, I'll be over in a minute. I just got this super duper duper download between all the conversations I've been going on and, you know, my days, the past couple of days and all kind of stuff. I love you guys. And so what I want to say first and everything, every day, hello, beautiful. Mwah. I love all of you guys so much, right? That's why I do this. That's what motivates me. That's what feeds me. Thank you. Keep moving. Hello, Mike. So, as I told you guys in my last video, I don't know who watches me. I don't know who doesn't. But I started working with a lovely fella named Ian Morris, listening to Smile. Amazing. He's listening to smile.com, or you can find him on Facebook. He's all over the place. I love you, Katie. You're beautiful too. So he does sound healing. Hello, Dan. I love you too. I love everyone too. And it is at its finest. These vibrations are amazing. I've been rolling around it for days. That's why I'm glowing. That's why I'm falling in love with myself. I mean, that and a lot of other things, but it's really, really helping. And I really love his work and I highly recommend it. I put my cheesecake stamp on it. Cheesecake. I love you. And now I'm using it in my work and holy smokes, guys. So, you know, when you use the vibrations for anything that you do, this is what I used to say at the beginning, your artwork, your cooking, your plants, your garden, your whatever you do, when you turn on these vibrations, it makes it a lot better. Anything that you do, because it puts love into it. 528 hertz, look it up. If you don't want to go to listening to Smile and you want to start off easy on YouTube, you can start off easy on YouTube. But right now I have on, I'll turn it up, because I bought the license to use it so we can jam out, right? This is Moon Magic, and I thought that was really good for, you know, right now, because we got the new moon energy going and the retrograde coming and then the full moon coming and all kind of stuff, right? Thank you. And so I have this one on, and it's Transcendence of Gaia, 432 hertz and 528. So you guys know me. It mixes it up. I love it. It's a dance. I love it. I love this shit, man. I love what I do. I am so passionate about what I do. And so the passion in me for what I do gets me on here to share this stuff with you. So in my work is like, oh my God, these vibrations were exactly what I wanted. Because let me tell you guys about my work. I do healing work, right? And so in my healing work, I like to listen to music that's going to settle the person down. However, in my healing work, I like to dance. So when I'm working and I'm massaging and I'm doing energy work, I like it to be a dance for me. So a lot of the regular beats are just really like just one tone, where my buddy Ian, he turned it into a dance for me. And this is why I get pumped up. Ian, I love your guts. If you watch me, if anybody knows Ian, I love his guts. He changed my world. He rocked my socks. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the beats are like my work, but they're music. And so if you guys go to Listening to Smile on Facebook, listeningtosmile.com, if you like his stuff, type in my name, Sarah Richardson, no spaces, no H. Get to know your friends. Sarah Richardson, no spaces. As the code, you get 10% off of all his music. And he does readings too, and you can get 10% off of any kind of readings that he does by, you know, that, because we decide to work together. So that's really amazing for all of you, and I'm excited to share that with you. I have to say, I love these beats. Okay, so what I wanted to get to tonight is this whole seeking of partners thing that's going on right now in the energy. This whole like, we're having right now as a consciousness, we are having a lot of old things come up that we have been tucking down for a long time, right? And so it's very normal from a fear-based perspective to be seeking out someone else to help you fix those things. Because people need other people. I love you guys all. If you didn't seek out, you might have not got this. So the only thing is I think you're seeking out to learn. So, you know, I don't even like the term single, because I'm single. I'm single, whatever. You know, I don't like that term because I don't feel that way. I feel like I am in love with the Most High. So if I could make a term for what I think that I am, I would call it in love with the Most High. So like every moment is divine. I try to make every single thing I do divine, from my bath to my food to my friends to the advice that I give to the moments that I have with the kids and my family to the new people that I meet. You know, every single moment I try to look at it as a divine moment. The people that I've lost, the things that I've learned, the things that I've attracted in my life, right? So when everybody says I'm single, that I don't even like that term. So I tell you guys a lot when you message me that I don't like that term. Because single means like alone. You're coming from like a lonely space, okay? So if you're feeling alone and you are sad and you're depressed and you are, you know, wanting somebody to rub your butt, well, guess what you're going to meet? You're going to attract somebody that's depressed, that's sad, alone, and wanting somebody to rub their butt, right? So how are you guys going to even get along? You're just going to be like in the doo-doo wallowing around. You got to fall in love with love. You got to fall in love with yourself. There's no other way, right? We get one way out here. Fall in love with yourself. That's all you got to do. Okay, Muhammad, I don't know. You are only, I don't know what that means. I love you, though. I love you. I love you. Stop looking for love through other people, through other sources, whether it's a relationship, whether you're looking for it through a job, whether you're looking through it for your girlfriends, whether you're looking for it through your body, whether you're looking through, you know, whatever you're looking at. I love you, Jeff. I love you. See, Tamika, I love your guts. Tamika has a fabulous garden. I love you, Moonlight. Thank you. Listen, I think you guys are all great. Quit settling for shit that's kind of halfway there where you want to be, right? That's another thing. Hello, I love you too. Quit settling for people that are halfway there. Quit settling for halfway friends. Quit settling for halfway jobs. Quit settling for halfway partners. You know, if you go to a job and it has 3 things you like and 5 things you don't like it. If you have a partner that does a couple things that you really, really vibe with, but then has Zaquan is Tamika. I'm sorry. I just saw your name. I have that association. Zaquan is Tamika for sure. My love. Hey girl, I love you too, Shannon. Hey Shannon. Listen, quit settling for things. You know, when I sit down, you know, I spend a lot of time. Tonight I was talking to my family and I love you too, baby girl. And I was telling them and trying to explain to them, a lot of people don't understand me. I spend a lot of time inflecting. I don't watch TV. I barely listen to the radio. When I have music on, I need it to be vibrations. I feel like I need to always be creating my life. I feel like every minute is planting seeds for the next minute to be good. I want a good life. I want to spread peace. I have a really big mission out here and I don't stop. I vibe up. I give love. I roll around in love. I love on me to be able to do this. That's how I do this, by loving on me. Some people say, Sarah, how do you stay up? How do you be a mom? How do you do all these things and stay up and keep up and do up? I love me. Sometimes I have off days and bad days. Like today, I had a really crazy, hectic day. I had 2 2-year-olds all day long, potty training. They fight sometimes like sisters. You know, once they went to bed, once my sister got home, I went and took a royal bath. I fell in love with myself. These are the things we have to make ourselves do. And these are the things that we'll say, you know, I could have easily said, you know what, I'm just not going to take a bath. I'm just going to lay here and give up because I had a really rough day. Well, I'll tell you what, I took that bath. And now I feel amazing. I'm going to go talk to my girlfriend. I'm going to go to, you know, we're going to talk about energy. We're going to vibe up. I'm creating my tribe. We have big work to do out here, guys. You have to love on yourself. Quit wasting your time with shit that doesn't serve you. So I get a lot of messages all the time about I'm doing this and I don't really have any play for it. You're wasting your own time. You're letting you waste your own time. So if you're going to waste your own time, then only you're going to know. If you come to me, then I'm going to say, hey, you're wasting your own time. You're going to get mad at me. But then eventually one day you're going to go back and you're going to look, okay, Sarah was right. I was wasting my tribe. Tribe business. I love my tribe. I love my tribe. Everybody that watches me and calls me and gives me and fills me up with so much love. I love you guys. Even the people that call me, that message me, and they give me some resistance and friction, I still love you guys too, because I learn things. So I was just talking about that to my family. Anything that you don't like in somebody is a reflection of something you have to work on in yourself. So you can hide from that for as long as you want to, or you can just walk up and you can face that fear and just know that your blessing is right past the damn fear. I tell you all the time. Listen, in those moments where you have friction in your life, hey, Karen, we all have those moments, guys. We have so much friction in our lives, and everything's just kind of chaotic, and everything is just, kind of crazy. And you're dealing with things that you really don't like. You don't like about yourself, and you're going through all these things, and these fears are coming up, and your mind's trying to protect your heart, and now this energy is bursting out of you, and you don't know what to do, and you're wanting to live from the heart space, but your mind's like, remember last time you got hurt. Listen, I want you guys to tune inside, be mindful of yourself, because what is going on is, you have the power in you to do whatever and to have whatever you want in this life. And so, when you're giving your power away to these moments of chaos, to these vibrations and these things like this, there's nothing wrong with you. We've all done it. All you're not doing is you're not being mindful. So, I am a culprit of working so hard that I'm not mindful sometimes of my own self. So I'm so aware of everybody else that sometimes I have to really take a step back and say, okay, go get your feet done, or go get a massage, or, take a nap. You have to honor yourself. So, when you have friction, that's something in your life saying, pay attention, slow down. Most of all my tribe, all my friends, we're all love, right? And so these are the people that I kick my stuff around with and stuff like that. So, when you're love and things are chaotic, it's okay to turn away and go to the creek, or to take a nap, or, sometimes you might say, I can't take this anymore, or, whatever. It's okay to do all that, because that's love. But you have to deal with it. You can't just tuck it down and ignore it. You have to keep seeing, why am I getting this friction? Why is this happening? If I'm trying to be love, yet this is going this way, look at it, go up and face it, because the more that you ignore it, eventually it's just going to keep coming back into your life and into your life and into your life in different faces and different energies. That's the beauty of it. You never miss the bus. So today I just shared a post that a great friend, Brian, of mine, he's in my tribe, he shared a post about Oprah did an interview with that Thich Nhat Hanh, and he's a teacher. Oh, he's amazing. And I think that one of my teachers, she used to talk about him a lot. I can't remember how he used to come into my life all the time, but we used to have conversations about him a lot. And so I don't know if you guys know anything about the man or anything, but, when I met him in my life, I didn't meet him in my life, but when he was introduced into my energy, into my field, see, I feel like I know people that I don't even know. I mean, this energy is magic, this energy of love. I love him. I love what he's done. And so a couple things that stuck out to me, and they touched down on them in the video, was, he was exiled from his country for 39 years because of his peace and because of his love. So because he was peace and love and compassion, and he wanted to share that with his whole earth and tribe and everyone, they kicked him out of his country and would not let him come home. He was so alone. He lost all his family, all his friends, everything he knew, everyone he loved, everyone he wanted to heal, right? And so that gave me a lot of strength, because there have been a lot of moments in my life where people I really loved didn't really get what I was doing, and they maybe mistaked it for something else, or they weren't sure about it. But he was a teacher, and so being a teacher, you go into yourself to see what is going on, how can I fix this to show people what I'm trying to say. So, this interview that they did, it was The Living Buddha. It was about his book, The Living Buddha and the Living Christ. And I really love that about him because I try to stay mindful in the Christ energy all the time. His book, True Love. I love you. I love you, Jess. Woo, we're getting stuff out tonight. I had this little summer cold and I've been drinking garlic or whatever, garlic root, whatever. I'm all over the place with myself right now, but let's stay mindful right now. So, he was talking about mindful meditations and how to be passionate about the things that you love in your life. And so that's something that I wanted to ask you guys today. Like, what are you passionate about in your life? It might not make sense to anyone out here, but in me following my passions in my life, even though nobody understood it, nobody knew, I would think about it and I would feel it and I would let it fill me up and whirl me around. And that's being mindful. That's being mindful of what you want and not what everybody else expects of you or wishes of you or wants of you. I had it all. I had everything that you guys went through. People expected things of me, and they still do today sometimes. But being mindful of things that I want and the limits that I won't let people cross. And, and I'm learning just like everyone else, but you want to be mindful. Oprah said something in her video with him that just his mere presence to her felt peaceful. And so I love that because that's what I wanted to be. I noticed at a very young age that my energy was very powerful. So if I was in a good mood, I could make everybody smile. My smile would light up the room. If I was in a bad mood, I could bring everyone down in a New York minute, right? So I noticed that really, really young. And so the older I got, I worked on my vibration so that, now I'm to the point where, like, I don't even think people notice, but they kind of, like, vibrate over toward me, and they just, like, stand really close, or they spill their beans about their whole entire lives. And, a lot of my friends or something who don't do this work, they say, Sarah, oh my gosh, how do you do this work? Like, they see what happens when I go out and around, I try, I tell you guys all the time, I try to make every moment of meditation. And this is, these are the things I study. These are the people I watch and I listen to try to be ever present now in a meditation, because to me, that is where you're constantly seeing where your now moments are connected to the divine, the magic, the love that is all around you and surrounding you. Not in the physical social norm stuff. The love of the Most High, the love of the divine. Remember how I told you that, I am in love with the Most High. These are the things that I mean. He was talking about in the interview how he got to meet Martin Luther King. And that's amazing to me. I'm all about the game changers. I'm all about the people who are doing things that went against the way just to bring peace and love, because that's what I felt for a long time in my life. And he wrote Martin Luther King a letter. And the letter was to explain to Martin Luther King why the peaceful monk would burn himself to get they used to think it was a suicidal thing, like these monks would get so peaceful that they would kill themselves, right? And so that was like a thing over there. So what Thich Nhat Hanh was trying to explain to MLK was, no, listen, we burnt ourselves to be heard in our peace. So, sometimes you have to be powerful in your peace. And I'm not saying go burn yourself. That's crazy. We're in the high vibration, Christ conscious energy. But I just want to tell you that, just like Jesus, just like these Buddhist monks, just like you and me, we're getting punished for love sometimes. And that's why I get it, because this is the stuff I study. I love you all. And that's how I know that you're all right and I'm all right and everything is love. They were talking about, when things happen and you fall out of line. So say, you're on your way to work, you forget your keys, now you're 20, 30 minutes late for work, you miss your plane, you get dumped, you feel like maybe someone's attacking you. Anytime you're off in any way, right? That's what people message me about. You can't change that, guys. So what I try to do, and who am I? Sarah the Great, right? I try to go inside of myself and think, okay, well, I must have missed my plane because the next plane is going to have the perfect person that I'm supposed to meet, and I'm going to get a divine message from them. Or maybe it's somebody in the airport, or maybe it's somebody at Starbucks, because you guys know how I love my black coffee. Anyways, either way, I try to think that there's a divine reason why I'm late, whether it be, saving my life or meeting somebody in a divine way. When you get dumped, people say, oh my God, I'm so sad or whatever. Well, it's divine. It's divine because that's not your partner. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. When you get fired from your job, when something happens and you lose your job, it's divine. It's divine. All of these things are divine. They push you to your highest good. A lot of us, we just settle for things. So we just sit around and we settle for this girl because she lives in our town, or this guy, and we settle for this job because it has a 401k plan and insurance, and we settle for this family because they're our family and that's what we're supposed to do. We settle for, less in how, whatever you do. There's so many people settling for less. Quit doing that. Fall in love with yourself and you'll quit doing that easier. Notice when these things are happening. I love you, Katie. When these things are happening in your life, try to be mindful and notice, whoa, the divine sometimes will come in and they have to shake you to get your attention sometimes, because a lot of you guys are stuck in the news, stuck in what's going on with this famous person and that famous person and this argument and who's arguing over here and in their town and in their school, because it's easy just to get pulled away from the negative and not focus on your shit. Get inside yourself, focus on your shit, turn off the news, turn off your computer, back away from everything, go into nature, go inside yourself, right? Listen to these vibrations, shut this shit down and go inside yourself for a minute. Give yourself a week, 5 days, 3 days. If you just started, give yourself 3 days. If you just been in it for a while, give yourself 10 days. Set goals for yourself. Divine timing, Karen, you know all about it. I love you, girl. I'm sending you so much love. I love your strength and what you're doing. And, I love that you know that it's divine for you. And I love that you know that I know that it hurt bad. I have a lot of clients who've been through right where you're at. And, I know a lot of people that had some strength, and I know a lot of people that lost their strength and didn't have it. And so, I get it, and I have something I want to tell you in here, Karen, so stay on, because it goes into what Thich Nhat Hanh was talking about, and there's 4 mantras that I'm going to leave you guys with that he left me with tonight that brought tears to my eyes, because really, guys, I tell you all the time, I'm trying to bring it to you simple, because it really is simple. And so these 4 simple mantras are amazing because it really is just so simple. The simplest thing that you throw out there. You have free will to ask for whatever you want. And a lot of you guys are asking for some crazy stuff. I love your guts too, Beth. So I'm going to leave you guys with 4 little nuggets of really great information from Thich Nhat Hanh. And I really hope that you take this and you apply it to your life somehow. Share this with anybody that needs it. I freaking love you guys. 528. So, the Most High is talking to you, like I said, when these things are going on. And what goes on is, like, so say you miss your plane, and then you're like, shit, I'm pissed. We were supposed to get there and eat shrimp and do this and do that. I get it. However, when you're pissed off and you're thinking about your shrimp and you're late and you're everything else, you miss the old lady or the new guy or whatever in front of you that's delivering you a message from the Most Divine. The Most Divine doesn't come down with a set of angel wings on their back. They come down like people, like, hey, here, let me get your coffee. What do you know about the 528? I love you. I love your friends. I love your work. I love your mission. I do reflexology. I do this. Let's get women together. I love women. These are the things that I mean. So I keep my vibes high, because every single moment when my vibes are high, I'm catching something, guys. So, some people will watch my Facebook and be like, oh, you must have a boyfriend. I saw you were like posting more or whatever. No, babe, because if I was posting more than before or whatever, and you felt like I was like being from a love space, I am in love with the Most Divine. I am in love with the Most Divine. So the man that comes into my life, that is who he's up against. That's who he has to, that's who he has to go up against to get to me, because to me, there ain't nothing like that. My space is sacred. My life is sacred. That's why I don't like to say single. I'm sacred. I'm something. I am a hot commodity out here because I know how sacred my body is. I know that my love is real and pure. I know that my hands are for healing. I know that, I am connected. I know when I'm getting my messages that they are. And, that I didn't always feel like that. And I've met a lot of wonderful teachers and who have filled me up and helped me and ripped me apart to put me back together. This is real stuff out here, guys, but it takes work. Your work. Footwork. You got to do it. I love you, Elizabeth. You got to do the footwork. When your vibes are low, you can't feel your connections to the divine, guys. They're coming in, but you're all the way down here. So you're missing it. You're missing it, right? Yeah, protect that sacred. Ground and center. Stick your roots into the ground however you can. Breathe that up out your head and block yourself off from all the rest of the world, guys. Vibrations are so contagious. So we feel these vibrations as if they're our own, because it blends in so good that you literally feel like your stomach hurts sometimes when someone across you's stomach hurts. I love you. You're so precious too. I love that I inspire you, Beth. And please, take this inspiration and just share it with as many people as you can. Please, that's all I want from this. Always Think Up is such a great space. My tribe rocks my socks. I love you guys. But guys, I got my seashell because I was thinking about the beach all day today. I had a dream about the beach. I was at the beach last night. You guys know me. I put myself in, and now I got these vibrations, and now I'm really at the beach. I know where I'm at on the beach. I know what's happening. I know who's around me. I'm feeling it. Guys, listen, I just like to move. I like my spine to move. I like it like a ribbon. I ain't worried about you guys. I am, but I'm not. I'm learning to not worry as much. I'm learning to let my worries go and just know that you guys are also connected to the divine, and it's up to you to realize that it's just right there. It's just right there. You guys are reaching all over the place and looking out here. It's right here and in here. It's just all around you, but you have to go in here, and then that's how you know. You know, you feel it, I trust, I know that every person that's coming into my life is supposed to be there, that every single thing in my life that's happening is divine. That's why I'm so excited. That's why I'm in love with my life. He was talking about how him and the monks knew that Martin Luther King was enlightened people. They looked at him from all the way over there. They looked at him as the Eastern Jesus, like Jesus was the Eastern Buddha. This love and this passion and this peace that you bring, this is an energy. This is what it's all about. This Christ consciousness, this ball of energy, this love wave, man, this is what it's all about, is peace and love and abundance and everything that you ever dreamed of in your life. And I want to tell you, you're your own resistance. So if you're not moving forward, if you're not getting better, do something. Reach out for somebody. My friend Ian, he does some frequency healing. Check him out, man. I do body work. My friends do body work. Call me if you're in an area. I'll look up some really cool people. I'll even help you call them. That's how much I love you guys. I want you guys to find this. I want you guys to go inside of yourself and find this place I speak of. I do pay it forward. Yes. I love you, Beth. He was talking about building a beloved community. I always say I love my tribe. This is my beloved community. My community where everybody understands what I'm talking about. Where you guys just get what I'm saying. You know what I mean, right? That's what I love about you all. Even if you don't really get it, you get it. You feel it. You know it. That's how I started off, guys. Sometimes I wouldn't really know what I was doing. And when I would let myself get into my heart space, and I would feel that flutter, like, just do it. It might seem crazy, but just do it. It ended up being the best thing I ever felt in my life, man. I'm telling you. I would love for you to come my way too, Beth. Message me. Tell me where you are. Let's get this together. I want to attract everyone. Yes, Jeff, your vibe attracts your tribe. So guys, I want to tell you, laugh, smile a lot. Laugh and smile a lot. Thich Nhat Hanh said that, and that's something that I do very often. I smile at people. I smile through my videos. I smile when I see people. I even try to smile my way out of being mad. If I get mad, I just try to smile at myself like, you little D-bag. I look at myself like, I love your guts, girl. Try to laugh, man. That gets it out. It's all right. You can't fix anything sometimes, but you sure can fix your attitude and what you're thinking about and what you're putting your mind on. And if somebody's making you mad, sometimes it's really hard to go and make yourself laugh, but find that, make yourself do that. Thich Nhat Hanh spoke about deep listening, and I love it. Listening with compassion, and that's what I am doing with Always Think Up, and that's what I'm learning. I'm learning to slow down and take my time and listen really deep to you all and my friends and my family and everybody in my life, and that has been huge to me. And what that does, and I love the way he explains it, because I can't find words all the time for energy. So I know when I let somebody call me and let it rip about whatever it is, or I'm in the jail and I'm cutting hair and I let them let it rip about whatever it is, whether I agree with it or don't agree with it, or irks me and pisses me off, I let them empty their whole entire heart to me. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't make sense. I love you, Beth. I love you. And what that does is it helps them to suffer less, guys. Have you ever called somebody and you're just going through something and you just dump it out? Then you weren't going to stick on it. You weren't going to do that. Or you could not call someone and hold on to that same thing for 7 months, where you could have just dumped it off onto somebody and let it go. People need other people. That's your community. That's your tribe. Let them let it go. Wait to give advice. Let them release these things and say, okay, now I'm going to get off the phone, or okay, now I got to go do this thing. And then later give them advice. I know you want to give advice because you see from the outside what they don't see and things like that. But wait until later. Don't just jam it down their throats about the advice. Don't just, that takes patience. If you don't have that and you're jamming advice, pray for patience. I know that that everyone suffers a lot somehow, and I love you. Anyone out there suffering, I give my love here. It's holding my phone up. My amethyst is holding my phone up. I was gonna hold my amethyst out for anyone suffering. It works for that, makes you feel better. But you have to start to honestly love yourself. You have to start to honestly, start loving in the truest sense, not with limits, not because you want something from somebody or you want to obtain something through this act of loving, just because giving love brings you back love. Hi, Linda from Oregon. Thank you for loving my message. I love you. I don't think I ever met you before. I love it. So anger is when it's an acting energy. So anger is when you're acting out the feelings that you feel inside of you. Compassion is a strong energy. Compassion is when you have patience and you sit back and you take that in, and then you round yourself and you give it. I love you. I love you too, Karen. I love that you love you so much. That pumps me up like no one's business. To hear you say that really is a blessing tonight. Really, you've been through a lot. You're strong. I really love your guts. It's hard sometimes for people to accept friends that say that they love their guts. I've been learning that lately. So, it's all in your perception of what you're going through. That's what I keep saying. So, say you lost your job. You lost your job, you could suffer, you could be a victim, you could talk about your bills and what you won't have and this and that, and it just can snowball. Or you could think, okay, I lost my job because the divine wants to open my eyes to what's going on out here in this world. I lost my job because maybe I'm run down from my job. I lost my job because maybe I wasn't spending enough time with my family. Maybe my body wasn't doing it right. Maybe, I was having bad feelings and I wasn't honoring my bad feelings. Have mindful responses for the things that happen to your life. Not everyone's attacking you. Not everyone has time to think, I don't have any time to do my videos and do a purposeful dig at you or anything like that. I try to be mindful in what I think about what happens to me. You can take a situation and you can say, I lost my job because I suck, or I lost my job because I wasn't honoring myself and I really didn't even like it. So that's having compassion and not anger. You can get mad, you can break everything because you lost your job, or you can be like, thank you, because, I wasn't really honoring myself and I really needed to go this way. And that just gave me the jolt to go do it. Try to be peace and happy and joy in your present moments, in your now moments. That's what he was talking about. He was talking about the lotus flower and how it grows from the mud, not marbles. So all of us, me, you, everybody who watches me, everybody who shares me, everybody who watches all my friends and shares us, we it doesn't mean that we have these like super great lives. It means that we've been through some shit to be able to really understand that sometimes life is some shit. Sometimes it's not always easy. Most of the time it's not easy for anyone. Even the people that look like they have it easy, they struggle. Give love, man. So here's the mantras, and this is what I want to hurry up and get to, and then I gotta go see my girlfriend. It's 12:10. I'm gonna have to call her and see if she's still up, but I just had to get this out to you because it was really too great, and I was feeling myself about it tonight. So number one, he said to, when you're with someone and you're in a conversation, to say, darling, I am here for you. Simple. Darling, I'm here for you. When you love, be present and offer your presence to them. I love you, Linda. That's okay. I had to really work on expressing myself, and that's something that I still work on every single day, so thank you. You just gave me a really great compliment because I had a hard time with that. I feel things, and I had a hard time getting them out. And, I just had a conversation at the beginning of the week. Some silly things happened to me because I didn't know how to express myself. I felt it in my energy that something wasn't right, but I wasn't sure how to approach this person because I always want to be love. I always want to be respect. I always want to... I don't want to stir the pot. I don't want to bring anything bad. And so in that space of fear of, getting on that person's nerves or getting in that person's way, I couldn't speak my truth. And so, as I slowly broke down these walls in me, now the truth just flies out whether you like it or not. So I love you, Linda, and I'll send you love that you work on that space and that you can work that out and, just keep doing it. Just keep plugging away at it. If it's something that you feel like that, just keep plugging. I love you too. Yeah, throat chakra balancing. You see? It's changing, Jeff. You see? It's working. Do good to everyone without any expectations. When I came on Always Think Up, I didn't really expect anyone to watch me. I didn't expect to get emails. I didn't expect to get messages. I certainly didn't expect to meet all these wonderful friends and people and have these meetings and opportunities and conversations. I just had a conversation today. I just met a woman from Atlanta. I love her, Miss Mira Brown. And we had one of the most fire conversations today about hair and healing and loving on people. And she just she showed me all the love in her. And, she didn't even know, and, she watches my video now, she'll know, but, when we were having our conversation, the love that I felt all around me, it was my grandpa's love, and he passed away. He's not here anymore, but he was really big into hair and the things that he wanted to do with it. Those were the things that were just flying out of her mouth, and she had no idea, and this love was just all around me. And I'm telling you, I didn't know how to communicate. So you never really know. Your blessings are right in front of your biggest fears. I'm telling you guys, sometimes you're like, I don't know what to say. I'm just this, or I'm just that. You could fear yourself out of like a best friend ever that feels like the greatest love alive just because your mind will let you think dumb shit. Then, my friend Ban Kim, that's who sent me that message. Do good to everyone without any expectations. And so where are your expectations? Where the things that you're mad at, that's because you're expecting things to happen and they're not happening. Yes, Terry. So, where are your expectations? Where are you mad? Because you're expecting something to happen of that. So look at that, try to let go of the expectation of it and watch it work itself out however is most divine. Sometimes it separates, sometimes it comes together, sometimes it separates for a little bit to come back together perfectly. You never know. And then in his message, he talked about an old proverb. Fragrance always remains in the hands of those who distribute roses. So I love roses. As for anybody who knows me, I love roses. I think they smell beautiful. I love to smell like roses. They're my favorite thing ever, ever, ever. And, I've been learning what that means. And so by giving out roses, they don't mean that you're going to the store all day and buying roses and giving them out. I do. I give out roses. I love to. I love the smile on people's faces when they get them and to get their special color that makes them feel special and stuff like that. But what that means is when you give out smiles and you give out laughter and you give out love, like me on here, you get love back. People know no matter how chaotic it gets in our relationship or whatever we have going on, they're like, okay, I was mad, but I really know Sarah is love. I really know that she's just out here trying to encourage me. So, maybe her encouragement was divine. That really wasn't what I wanted to hear. But, most of my friends come back around and say, you know what, I didn't want to hear that right at that time. And you might have, knocked me off my rocker or whatever. But I love you because I needed that. Yep, false evidence appearing real. Yes, love it. So real. So real. So listen, guys, be kind out here. Be mindful of what you're doing. You have to work on you to love you more. You have to do that. That's what I do. That's what my friends do. That's what we talk about. That's what we manifest in our lives. That's what we're lifelong learners trying to work on us to love us better. And it's ever changing and it's ever better and it's always awesome. No one can fix you but you. I love you guys. I am learning to accept compliments. Beth, I was just talking about that on one of my last videos. And so I said I met a really great guy, Earth Angel. I meet Earth Angels every single day of my life because I love them and I believe in them and I know that they are real. And, he came down right on time. I didn't really know him, but it was perfect. Our conversations, we got along. We understood one another. And he taught me how to do it for me by the way he did it for him. So I said something one day like, oh my God, I think you're so great or something. And he was like, you know what? I accept that. So Beth, do that. Whether you say it out loud to the person is really powerful. But if you're not ready and you're not there yet, say it inside yourself until you're ready to say it out loud. And I will tell you what, I'm talking about little energy shifts. I'm trying to teach you guys and give you guys little nuggets of ways to shift your energy to be better. You just do little things. Yes, Cheryl, the word is getting out. So, number 2, darling, I know you are there. Do you know how many people right now are out in the world that don't even feel like anyone sees them? And I love you all. If you're out there and you don't feel like anyone sees you, or you know someone that doesn't feel like anyone sees them, share my video. I love you. Darling, I know you are there. Believe me, I know you're there. You have a purpose. You have a meaning. You're a creator. You are God. You are amazing. You're great. Believe me, you're just trapping yourself. Recognize the preciousness in someone, your relationships, the people that come into your life, the people that touch your life, like Miss Mira, she came in and her love, and our conversation was precious to me. And so when I got off the phone and a little bit later and I ate my dinner and I processed and I messaged her back and I just told her, I love that you're in my life. And she might be busy and she might be doing whatever. And I'm not expecting anything except for just to recognize that I met a precious soul today and our conversation was the most divine and I love her. And so I embrace her in my life. And, when you do that with someone that's in love with themselves, you watch them just catch on fire. When you do that to somebody who doesn't love themselves, you watch them bloom. I love you, Jose. So how that brings happy right now, those 2 mantras. Darling, I'm here for you. And darling, I know you are there. Now, when someone is suffering, others are suffering, he wants you to say, darling, I know that you suffer. That is why I'm there for you. That's huge. I know that you suffer, and that is why I'm there for you. Karen went through a lot, and, sometimes, I did know, and I didn't get into the story or anything about why I know so much about what Karen went through with no words. but I let her know I'm there for you, you know. And does that mean that I can drive there and I can do this and I can do these things for her? No, but I really do care about you, and I really do send you love, and I really do pray for you. And you knew that. You knew I was for real about that, and that's why you're still my friend, and I love your guts. You know, now this is a huge one, and this was a big one for me, and this is the time right now, self-love. This is the most important one to me. Number 4. When you suffer deep, Karen, you know this, you just went through it. A lot of people are going through it right now, whether you talk about it or you don't, you're going through it. It's deep. You feel alone. You feel like you don't have anyone there to be able to say out loud, darling, I suffer. I'm trying my best to help me right away. Isn't that crazy? Darling, I suffer. I am trying my best to help me right away. Say that. Say that. Throw that out there. Whatever the Most High is to you, man, woman, whatever, I don't care. Say that. Say that. Maybe you don't say darling. Maybe you say papa. Maybe you say whatever. Say, I suffer. I'm trying my best to help me right away. Say that. Do that for yourself. Do good to everyone without any expectations, guys. You know, and especially you. So if I'm telling you to do good to everyone with no expectations, do good to you with no expectations. You know, I have fought my own self over some of the silliest shit ever. And you could wrestle with it for a day, or you could wrestle it for 9 years. The point is you have to love yourself first. Yes, Cheryl. I love you guys. I love you guys from the deepest place in me. I love these vibrations. Thank you, Ian. You know, I purchased a license to be able to use Ian's his music and my work. And I'll tell you, I just think it's one of the greatest decisions that I made in a long time. I think that's a great divine moment for me, that I was praying about him and I was talking him up, and I didn't even really know he existed. And I just went on and I loved myself, and he, slid right into my inbox with the offer of my dreams. Listen, guys, I love you dearly. Share this, please, with anyone that you know needs it. Thank you for your interactions. Thank you for all the love and the new things and you guys pump me up. You make me laugh. You make me smile. You fire me up. You give me so much love. I couldn't be more grateful. Be mindful. Be mindful of inside of